Hey guys, this is Dhruv from Speed Cubing Pune, and today we have the Square One Indian national record holder Lakshay Modi with us. Hey Lakshay.
Hi.
Okay, so we have a few questions for you. So shall we get started?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, so when and how did your cubing journey begin?
In 2010, I guess, we used to get a newspaper from our school, and it was called Fun Times, and that had a page called Ben's Corner, in which we used to get some math tricks and all, like how to multiply with two big numbers and such. So I wrote to the author of that article once, requesting a few tricks for something, and the author replied to me with some video links of him solving a Rubik's Cube in a competition. And that person was actually Bennett Orlando, who was the first 5x5 blindfolded world champion. So I watched his videos, and that was quite inspiring for me. After that, a few years later, 2 years later, I think, my cousin brought a cube, and we just started trying to figure out how to solve it, but we couldn't, obviously. And I showed him the video of Bennett Orlando solving, and so that just inspired us to look around, and eventually we stumbled upon tutorials, and I managed to learn it, and that was in 2013. So I've been cubing for 4 years now.
Wow. Okay. So what are your interests other than cubing?
Other than cubing, most of the time when I'm free, I'm watching anime. So that's one of my major interests. Other than that, I do some light gaming sometimes, like some mobile games or something. That's a good time pass for me. And yeah, I guess that's it. Apart from some like really minor things here and there, like playing sports sometimes with my cousins and such. Yeah.
Okay, all right. So the next question is, which is your favorite WCA event and why?
That actually keeps changing for me. So right now, I guess my favorite event is 3x3. I've been doing it the most for the last 1 or 2 months. It just keeps changing because whatever cube I have in my hand, which is well set up, I just start doing that because I received the 3x3 in a competition as a prize, and which was GAN Air.
Yeah.
So I really like the cube, and so I've been doing a lot of 3x3 lately. But once that gets sold, maybe I'll switch to another one.
Okay, all right. So which is your favorite non-WCA event and why?
My favorite non-WCA event, that would be Square 2, because that's a nice twist on the Square 1, which is, I guess, that's the puzzle in which I'm fastest. So I really like Square 2, and it's a lot of fun to solve it intuitively. I haven't really looked at any tutorials or anything, so it's like really fun to solve it just with the knowledge of Square 1 and like reducing it to a Square 1 and then solving that. I really find that a lot of fun.
Okay, all right. So what do you like about the cubing community most?
There are a lot of things. So one of them would be how most cubers are active online. So most of them know their memes. So like if I in a classroom, if I refer to a meme or something, and people don't usually get it, and that's no fun. So that's one of the good things. Other than that, there are a lot of people who like science and maths, and I'm really interested in those too. So I can really, nerd out with these people.
Okay. Okay.
And
So,
yeah, that's fun.
okay, so the next question is, how did you feel when you got your first NR, which was the 18.87 square one average?
I was really happy with that. I like I did kind of expect that, but I didn't really think that I would be able to get it because I had been failing for a lot of rounds before that. So when I did get it, I really felt happy, and immediately my wallet was empty after that because a lot of people ate pizzas for treat.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so the next question is, how did you feel while inspecting and after getting your current 8.02 square one NR? So talk us through, like, did you feel it was an easy solve while inspecting, or it just turned out to be easy while after solving?
While inspecting, it didn't really feel that special. It was 5-move cube shape, I think, and nothing that special in inspection, but a square one is a 5-step solution in the large Vandenberg method. So the first step, cube shape, that was pretty normal. But right after cube shape, there was a skip. So the next two steps skipped directly. So CO and EO were already done. That was like an incredibly lucky scramble. But the thing was that when I saw that skip, I got kind of shocked. So I was just staring at it for like 1.5 seconds or so. So that could have been a lot better.
Okay.
So
how did you feel after the solve? You would obviously be thrilled.
I was sad about that pause because it might have been ASR or maybe WR if I hadn't messed up, but you can't really go around saying if for everything. So I was sad about that, but at least I got an NR, so I wasn't really that sad.
Okay, so finally, do you have a message for cubers around the world?
Even watch your anime and learn CSP and drink 3 glasses of milk every day because milk is healthy and you should drink it.
Okay. Okay, so thank you so much for being a guest on our channel, and it was a pleasure talking to you, and I hope to meet you someday.
Yeah, it was a pleasure talking to you too.
Yeah, thank you.
Thanks.
Again?
Sure.
Okay. So the first question is, when and how did your cubing journey begin?
Yeah. 5 years ago, I had no idea about speed cubing back then. I just had a cube lying around like how everyone does. And then suddenly one day, a friend of my dad came to visit my dad, and then right when he was about to leave a place, he just saw the cube lying around, and then he came to me and asked if I was interested in speed cubing. I had no idea, but then I just said, yeah, uncle, I'm interested, but I don't know how to solve, so I want to learn. And then he said, my son knows how to solve, so he can teach you. And then his son is Baljo Nursing. So he introduced me to him, and then later on I found out that while I was around in my 4th grade or so, Baljo was actually in my school, and then he shifted boards when he went to 11th and 12th.
Okay, so the next question is, what are your interests other than cubing?
My interest would be, I used to play keyboard a lot before, but I'm not so much into it right now. But I occasionally play keyboard, and then
the next question is, which was your favorite moment in your cubing journey?
There are a lot of favorite moments, but just to quote a few, I would say when I first met Akash Rupela, Nikhil Mansi, Dharmesh Sahu in NAT 14, that was a great feeling. And then NAT 16, when I did the first MS, Dharmesh was actually judging me, so he shouted out that an NR has been broken. That was a great feeling for me.
Okay. Next question. What do you like about cubing and the cubing community?
The best thing I would say about the cubing community is that if I travel to other states to compete in any competitions, I meet friends whom I know on Facebook only, but then I make friends with them. And then now I have a lot of networks just because of cubing. Now I can confidently say that I have friends from almost all the metropolitan cities who will extend their support very gladly, even if I'm not, even if I'm going for a non-cubing purpose. So that is part of the cubing community.
Yeah, that's definitely true. Okay, so the next question is, which is your favorite WCA event? Why?
Obviously, previously, feet is my favorite event. That's why I took it so seriously and started practicing. I don't know why it is so interesting for me, but right when I started following feet, I've never stopped it. Other events I've had some breaks, but feet I've never stopped doing.
Okay, all right. And what about your favorite non-WCA event?
That would be definitely any higher order puzzles like from 8, 9, 10 or 11 because I just like that slow process of solving.
Okay, all right. Okay, so the next question is, how did you feel when you got your 34.58 feet NR at NAT this year?
Right before, actually, before doing this 34 single, I've screwed up so many times. The solves which were potentially NR single. Because, so when I finally did a 34 in this match 17, I literally was not so thrilled as you would expect it to be. I was happy, but I was not so thrilled because I've missed it so many times. And then I was like, oh, finally I did something. And then Daniel James was also around. He used to push me so many, like a lot. He'll be asking me, when are you going to break that sub 36? So when he was around, I was very happy to see him.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
Okay, so now I would like to ask, how was your experience at Worlds this year?
World 17 is my 20th competition and definitely it's my best competition experience ever. I've organized the competition last year, so when I looked at it at that perspective, I was able to note so many points about how to improve the quality of the competition. I mean, the flow of the competition was so uninterrupted. No one was even called on stage to submit their puzzles. Everyone just knew when they have to submit and they were just going on with the flow. So that was executed very well. And then I got to meet almost all the big shots in cubing, like, all the people. And then finally, I even got to meet Mr. Erlo Rubik. Actually, he came on the third and the fourth day, but I couldn't take a picture with him on the third day, so I was very sad that I was thinking he might not come on the fourth day, but then he was there on the fourth day also. So the moment I saw him, I just jumped off my feet. I just grabbed a camera. I just went to him and I said, sir, yesterday I was so close by to you, but I couldn't take a picture because you had to leave. And then he said, yeah, I recognize you. So that was great.
Okay.
On the whole, the World 17 is the best one I was until now.
Oh, all right. Okay, finally, please could you give a message for cubers all around the world?
Message, whenever I talk to any non-cubing friend of mine about cubing, at some point of time I would have definitely mentioned about how cubing is so sporty, the people are so sporty in nature, and no one's mind here is corrupted. So these are the best qualities the sport is still continuing. So that would be my suggestion, just to stay as awesome as it is right now.
Okay. Thank you so much for being a guest on my channel, Adithyaa. And it was a pleasure to have you, and I hope I meet you someday soon. So thank you again.
Sure.
Hey guys, this is Dhruv from Speedcube in Pune, and today we have the Pyraminx NR Holder, Aniket Das with us. Hey Aniket.
Hi Dhruv. Nice to be here.
Okay, so we have a few questions for you. So shall we begin?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, so when and how did your cubing journey start?
Okay, so I started cubing in December 2014 when the Rubik's Cube craze was going around at my school, and I found interest in it and picked it up. And I attended my first competition in Pune in mid 2015. Yeah, that's when my official.
What are your interests other than cubing?
I like gaming and I watch a lot of YouTube.
Okay. Which is your favorite WCA event and why?
The favorite WCA event. Okay. So my favorite WCA event is obviously Pyraminx. Why? Because I'm fast at it.
Okay. And your favorite non-WCA event?
Favorite non-WCA event, the only one I have which I cannot solve is the Ghost Cube. So that is my favorite WCA because that makes you work hard to solve it. And I haven't watched any solving it.
Now the next question. What do you like about cubing and the cubing community?
Okay, so about cubing, it is very competitive and I don't know why I like competitive sports and it's slowly becoming a recognized sport. So yeah, and the cubing community is ever growing and it's very friendly.
Okay, yeah. Alright. Okay, so the next question. How did you feel while inspecting and after you got the 1.42 single?
Okay, yeah. Just when I started inspection, I thought to myself that I don't want to mess this up. I've gotten very easy scrambles before and I've always messed them up. So I was just thinking that I'll turn slowly and I'll not mess this up. Just get a sub 2 and I'll be happy. And after this all, I was just happy that I did not mess this up. This is my first ever sub 2 and it's ASR, so I was really happy. Very happy.
Yeah.
I was jumping all around.
Okay, how was your experience at Worlds 2017?
Okay, Worlds was an amazing competition. The organizing was great. I met a lot of pros, like many pros, especially Felix, like I wanted to meet him. And the Worlds 2017 competition was very tough. It was just humongous competition. It was very tough. Felix did not podium 3x3 like that.
Yeah, that was a surprise. A shock.
That was a very big surprise. And yeah, it was just very tough. And I just luckily got into top 3. I'm very happy.
Yeah, well, congratulations for that. And also, you got a Limca record yesterday.
Yes, me, Naman Jethani, Nikhil Suarez, Miyaki Chakravarti and Anand solved 1,310 Pyraminxes in half an hour. So we broke the previous record by 262 Pyraminx.
That's just amazing. Okay, so finally, do you have a message for cubers around the world?
Message for cubers. So what I'm experiencing in competition is people are just talking to the pro cubers and popular YouTubers and the new cubers, right? They're not getting attention. No one is talking to them. So I just want cubers to interact with new cubers and talk to them and just keep cubing.
Okay. All right. So thank you for being a guest on my channel. It was a pleasure talking to you, and I hope to meet you soon.
My side.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hey guys, this is Dhruv from Speedcubing Pune, and today we have the Skewb NR and former ASR record holder Chetan Dhanjal. Hi Chetan.
Hi Dhruv.
Okay, so we have a few questions for you. So shall we begin?
Yes, let's begin.
Okay, so when and how did your cubing journey begin?
Alright, so I first solved a Rubik's Cube back in 2014 or 2013. And I started competitively cubing in 2014. And when I saw the cube, I just always wanted to solve it. So one day I decided to look it up on YouTube and I found a tutorial, Dan Brown's tutorial, and I learned from there. And that's how my cubing journey began.
Okay, alright. What are your interests other than cubing?
Okay, other than cubing, I play the keyboard. And I also like playing football a lot. And also gaming is another big passion of mine. but I'm not that good.
Okay, alright. Which is your favorite WCA event and why?
Obviously Skewb, but not because I'm passionate, because I feel like Skewb has lots of room for improvement because it's like the latest WCA event and lots of research is yet to be made into different methods in Skewb. Okay. So I feel like Skewb will come a long way in the following years.
Okay, alright. And what about your favorite non-WCA event?
Okay, my favorite non-WCA event. It's like a tie, one between the Pyraminx and the curvy copter. I just love solving the Pyraminx because it's like some practice for 2x2 and Mega at the same time. And the curvy copter is just great fun overall.
Okay, alright. Which was your favorite moment in your cubing journey?
Yeah, it was when I broke ASR. I was just solving in finals and I wasn't expecting anything big. And then I got two second solves, so I was like, this is going to be a good average. And then on my fourth solve, I knew I'd be getting NR, but I didn't know I'd be getting ASR. So after my last solve, I was like, yes, NR. And then when I calculated, it came out to be ASR. So that was a pleasant surprise for me.
Okay. What do you like about cubing and the cubing community?
Alright. Well, cubing is like a stress buster for me when I'm practicing, like, just for fun. But it also helps me concentrate, when it's competitive and I'm actually practicing for some certain goals. It helps me zone and, train my mind for certain things. For cubing, if I practice the same way in studies, then I can do well that. So I apply my cubing practice as much as I can in every way I can. Okay. And the cubing community, it's just one of the best, actually it is the best community that I know of. And it's just so friendly and the new cubers aren't ostracized or anything, they're welcomed in. And it's a big family.
Yeah, true. Okay, so moving on, how was your experience at Nationals 2017?
Yeah, Nationals 2017 was a really good comp. I mean, it was good meeting all of my friends from all over India. And it was just a really good comp overall. I mean, there's no way I wish I could have improved it. I mean, apart from my results, it was a fun competition overall.
Okay, alright. Finally, do you have a message for cubers around the world?
Yeah. Do not ever stop cubing. It's a great hobby and it's a great passion. And if you do start cubing, I'm pretty sure you won't want to stop.
Yeah, I agree with that. Okay, so that's it, Chetan. Thank you for being a guest on our channel. It was my pleasure talking to you and hope to meet you someday.
Yeah, I hope to meet you soon too.
Yeah, thank you.
Alright, bye.
Bye.